Welcome back to Appalachia Sessions. I'm Nan Kelly, and I'm truly sitting with a legend, a man who is considered a father of Americana music. John McEuen is with us, one of the original founding members of the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. And after 50 years, you retired not too long ago, right, John?
I didn't retire. I left the group.
You left the group.
At the end of the 50th year tour, let me tell you, that was long enough.
So I definitely not retired. I got to start with this guitar. As the wife of a guitar player, how cool is this?
This guitar was made in South Africa. And
wow.
The guy that made it was really good.
Well, I guess so.
And after playing for so many years, it's nice to have something that people want to take a picture of still.
Well, I'm going to be...
Because they've had enough pictures of me.
No, I don't know about that. You have had one of the most illustrious and storied careers, and continuing even to this day. We're all about education here at Appalachia Sessions. What has kept you going this long? Was there someone that inspired you? How was your upbringing? Kind of paint the picture of...
I didn't start playing music till I was 17. When I was 16, I got a dream job working in Disneyland, selling magic tricks all day long.
With Steve Martin? Is that your buddy?
Steve and I got the same job the same day, and I celebrated by having a tuna sandwich in Tomorrowland. This is Disneyland Anaheim, and we worked in the magic shop for 3 years. And music didn't come along until the second year. And we both started playing banjo. And long story short, Steve played banjo. He was trying to be funny. He was funny, and I got my brother to manage him. And my brother managed him and produced his movies, and I played music with him to the point where in 2010 I produced an album called The Crow on Steve Martin.
I remember that. Y'all were, it was pretty big time.
Well, we won a Grammy.
That's exactly right.
So that was good.
Was there somebody in your world growing up? I know California was kind of your home base, in Oakland. Was there a teacher or
It wasn't Oakland, it was Southern California.
Oh, gotcha.
I was born in Oakland. The first thing I learned to say was, "Get me out of here." And that was at a young age. And then moved to Southern California for high school.
Got it. I stand corrected. Yes, there's a distinctive difference. Was there a teacher in high school that kind of was a big inspiration for you, or gave you some good advice?
Not musically.
Not musically?
But I had a really good chemistry teacher. He was really good. He taught out of a college chemistry book, and that was fun.
Do you remember his name?
Yeah, Cunningham, Mr. Cunningham.
Mr. Cunningham.
He came to work on a motorcycle.
That's cool.
So that was cool. But over the years, I've had inspirations from people that I didn't expect to be in my life, like Earl Scruggs. First time I saw him was at Grand Ole Opry, looking in the back windows. And I told my brother, this is before the Dirt Band started, I said, I've got to meet that guy and that woman, and because he went on stage with Maybelle Carter and Lester Flatt.
Wow.
And it was 1965.
Wow.
And 7 years later, I'd been playing the banjo, and the Dirt Band started, and I asked Earl if he wanted to record with the Dirt Band, and he said, I'd be proud to. And I asked Doc Watson a week later, and he said the same thing. Well, not exactly, but he said he'd do it. And then my brother got Merle Travis, and we started putting together an album that 8 weeks later we started and finished in 5 days, 38 songs.
Wow.
It's called Will the Circle Be Unbroken?
Groundbreaking to this day in the Congress.
It's in the Library of Congress.
Library of Congress, excuse me.
And the Grammy Hall of Fame.
Wow.
And it still sells today.
I know it does. Was there one piece of advice from Earl or anyone or Lester or along the way?
There's a few pieces of advice. One is, be nice. This comes from Earl Scruggs. Be nice.
Be nice.
And another piece of advice would be, if you are loving something you do it. And expect to have people tell you it's not the right thing and nobody's doing that and you're not going to be any good, because you often will be doing something different that they don't understand.
Right, right.
And if you believe in what you're doing, go ahead and go after it, because, well, you've got no choice. And Steven Spielberg started making movies when he was 12 years old. You know, Steve Martin, it's not just guys named Steve, but Steve Martin started doing comedy stuff in high school. And people have been doing things at young ages. And young age is not necessarily a kid. It's just a young age.
That's exactly
Mozart
right.
was 8 years old when he wrote his first symphony to be conducted by an orchestra.
Wow.
And, you know,
Good advice.
who told him, "You're too young"? No, he was a genius.
He had it. He had it.
And he had a
didn't
good father.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. You are a treasure. How wonderful to get to visit with you.
Well, thank you.
I want to take a picture with that guitar and this man.
Yeah, just the guitar.
No,
That's
I'm
fine.
totally kidding. Great
Any-
piece of advice. Thank
Anyway, the band started with the dream of getting on the radio, and we did. I was the oldest one. I was 20 years old. The other guys were 17, 18, and we went on and did that for 50 years.
50 years, and you're still touring this day in your 70s, right? Well,
77.
there. See, you're never too young, you're never too old, right? Thank you, John McEuen. What
Thank
a
you.
dear. Thank you.
Hey guys, please comment, like, and share. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. For more information and the latest news, please go to @AppySessions.com.